Hey, I'm Daryll.
And I'm Greg.
We're on a journey on
the long and winding road
to share with you the glorious gift of
music.
We've had the privilege of making a lot of friends, and now we finally have the chance to sit down and have a conversation about their
long and winding road
and share with us the glorious gift of their
music.
So,
relax and rewind it back.
On that note, here's On That Note
with Daryll
and Greg.
Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of On That Note with Daryll and Greg. This is the sixth episode. Guys, six episodes. Six episodes, man. I didn't think we'd make it to like 5.
Yeah,
we did.
I'm ready to go for 6 more.
Yeah, or even more,
12,
right? How did you guys like the previous episodes? I hope you guys enjoyed them. We did. We surely did. We had some amazing acts. But I think today's episode will feature one of, I think, the biggest name that we've had so far on the show, I think.
Right. I mean, they have to come close to whoever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we've had some really big names here, like Soulmate was there, Avora Records, then we had Fame the Band, and Lucid Recess,
Takar Nabam.
And I don't think there's been anyone from the Northeast with this big of a reach, first of all. And secondly, a very, very important personality, and a personality who is not only a music personality, but a guy with a very true identity of where he comes from, you know,
exactly, and who he is, what he wants the world to see, and what he wants to project to the world. I think everything is quite clear with this next artist. So I think without further ado, I think on that note,
please welcome. Award-winning, 2 albums already, has a band, but he's doing way more than just music. This is Nagaland's biggest personality right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please welcome
Alobo Naga.
Dreams into sand and dust, stars refusing to shine and lead. Every broken piece is longing for you. I'm chasing gold.
Welcome to On That Note. Good to have you.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so honored to be part of your program, Daryll and Greg. Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure's all ours. All right.
Yeah.
So we've had some really big names, but I think you're really up there in terms of a personality from where we are, from the Northeast especially. And you've been an inspiration to a lot of young kids out there, and I'm pretty sure everyone watching this will gain a lot. So let's get right into it, right? So we do this with everyone who's on the show. We ask them to take us all on a journey on how they began and how they started out.
Where it started, how it all started.
So we would love to know how did Alobo Naga came to be about.
Okay, so thank you so much for speaking so highly about me. I'm so humbled anyway. So I started singing when I was 5 years old, and by the age of 11, I was writing my own songs and performing my own songs. So, being a kid from Northeast India, I always loved music and I wanted to do music, you know, as a career. But then, fortunately or unfortunately, being born from this part of the world, you know, where no one encouraged you to take up music as a career, you know.
Right.
So just like any other kid, I was doing other studies, you know. But then 2007, I just realized, no, I want to do music. So I was working, I quit my job. I think it was 2008, And then 2009, I started working on my first album. And then 2010, released my album, and 2010, no WhatsApp, you know, social media was not so strong like right now. So everything was word of mouth, you know, and then the local newspapers and everything. So I released the album without knowing what to expect, and in 3 days the album got sold out. That was the first album, and that's when the local media started writing about me, you know, how I started. And then it came up in a local paper, and then some of the government officials saw my name there, and they call me up and they say like, there's a competition, so can you go and represent Nagaland? I said, I don't mind. And they said the winner gets to represent India to Montenegro,
Nice.
So I said, okay, I don't mind just going for experience. So I went there. There were around 48 singers from across India.
Right.
Girish was there, Girish Chronicles, right?
Right.
So Girish and myself, we were there, and then we both of us won the competition. Okay,
Nice.
so Girish and myself, we won the competition there, and then so that's how our name came up in the national paper for the first time, right? So from the Nagaland Post, it went to the telegraphs and Hindus, and so that's when someone noticed me and then asked me if I can write a song for International Short Film Festival.
Right.
And then I went back home, then formed the band, Alobo Naga and the band.
Right.
So how did Alobo Naga and the band came? So I released my first album,
Right.
and then as I said, I won this thing to go to Europe. I need money. So I did a concert to raise money to go to Europe.
Right.
So I picked around 70 artists, musicians from Nagaland, and from there I chose the 4 and made them my band members, and that's how Alobo Naga and the band came up.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
from that 70 people.
Nice.
Okay,
Audition.
so that guy told me if I can compose a song. So I came back and I wrote the song,
Painted Dreams.
and then that's how Painted Dream, the
Right.
song came up, right?
Yeah.
So initially we wrote a song called Painted Dream, and we sent them, and they didn't like the song. So since I already gave the title, I have to compose another song with that
Painted
title.
Dreams. Oh.
And then so we came back, and then we didn't have much time. At the same time, we didn't have money to go to a real studio. So we went to we did it everything in my friend's bedroom. Okay, so he had a very old PC with like maybe 2-channel, interface, sound card, and we recorded everything there. So for the the vocal, you need a proper soundproof, right? You need an acoustic room.
Yeah.
Right.
So I went inside a Godrej Almirah, covered it up with blankets. Okay, and hey guys, you guys are from Shillong, man. Dimapur is super hot, right? So imagine in summer inside the Godrej Almirah, covered up with blankets, and I was singing the song. Okay, and then we're done with the song. We sent it, and they liked the song. So next moment they said like, let's shoot a music video, and I'm like, we don't even have money to go to recording studio, and these guys are saying, And then somehow we got a sponsors from one vodka company. Okay,
Right.
they just launched,
Right.
and then we went to Guwahati, shot the music video without any expectation. First music experience, and then so the song came up, and then we uploaded on YouTube. They used the song during the festival,
Right.
and somehow we got a call from Viacom, VH1. They wanted to air the song, and we're like, oh cool, it's like such a big deal for a guy from Northeast, song coming up in VH1,
Right.
and we were like over the moon. Next moment, we realized that our song was there in the international top 10, with like
Nice.
Maroon 5, Jay-Z, Lady Gaga. And we were like, wow, this is like not
That's
happening.
big.
And then next moment, we got a call that we've been nominated for MTV European Music Award, So our journey started like that. And then next moment, before we got the news that we won the MTV European Music Award Best Indian Act, So our journey started from that to where we are right now. Yeah.
So basically it was a gradual climb, right? It snowballed basically in a way, right? So you had, like I was mentioning last week as well with Lucid Recess, right? With the other band that we had, like it was all about hard work. See, most of this is just manifesting whatever goal or whatever you already have, but it's just putting in the work and actually seeing it through. And I think like even with you as well, like going back to your first album, right? The one that sold out in 3 days. I really love how you marketed it. I really love how you selling it with pen drives, right? The whole idea of guerrilla marketing. No, who would have thought? right? Like, who would have thought of spending, like, okay, wait, I'll go buy pen drives and then I'll like sell my album on pen drives, right? I mean, at that point, right? Like you were saying, especially from this region, like with us, we don't really think about that as a package, as a marketing package, as a promo package. But you already went out there and did it yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And it's stuff like that I think this show was made to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, for people to know that stuff like that is what you actually have to do. You know what I mean?
I think it'll be great for everyone to understand what was your thought process on you know,
on that
pushing stuff yourself and pushing the music out yourself, and you know, having these different marketing ideas, different PR ideas, I'd say. So walk us through that process. What was your thought process on that?
Okay, so see, there's one thing about me. I dream big always. You know, I always say my God is big, so I dream big.
Amen.
So when I started, I was 17 when I wrote my speech for the Grammys. Okay, I was that crazy kid. You know,
right.
17, I was writing my speech for Grammy. You know, I was that kid. So everything I do, I'm not competing. When I do something, suppose like I'm making a music, I'm not thinking of Nagaland. I'm not thinking of Northeast. You know, I'm like, how do I reach there? How do I, you know, I'm always thinking beyond the borders. You know, that is one thing, outside the box.
Right.
I think outside the box. So, so when I make music, I'm not thinking of like what I like, which most of the musicians ask. We always end up playing what we like. You know, suppose I'm a guitarist, I want to show my technical stuff. I want to, as a vocal, I want to show all this like runs, turns.
Right.
But for me, I think of what the audience will like.
Right.
Maybe in 100%, 20% will appreciate the technical stuff, but 80% will go for the melody and the cheesiness, or maybe the lyrics, you know.
Right.
And then even the lyrics, if I want to be poetic, I can write all those like metaphoric lines, but 80% will not understand what I'm writing, you know.
Yeah.
But 80% are like, they like simple word, like all of me love all of you, you know.
Yeah.
And these songs become hit, you know. So nothing wrong in both, you know. If you want to target the 20%, it's nothing wrong with that also,
Right,
you know.
right.
If you want to target the 80%, nothing wrong. So from the day one, I said myself that I want to be a commercial singer. I want to be a commercial artist, you know. Coming back to the pen drive also, all the CD companies closed down. There was no CD player, not even in your MacBook, the latest MacBook or the
Right.
cars, nothing was happening. So like before, we used to at least sell CD and then we get something out, you know, during the shows we go, at least sell 10, 20 CD, we get some pocket money.
Exactly.
But that stopped. So I thought like, why not I do something, you know, out of the box.
Right.
So I was checking online, but to be honest, even there was very less international artists who was doing that. So what I did, I called up my friends in China and then I wanted to experiment. So the first one was like, I asked a wristband with a pen drive, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So I released that in Hong Kong only. So I was going to Hong Kong for a concert. So I ordered the wristband in advance, and when I reached Hong Kong, I picked that, and then at night I uploaded all
your
my songs in the
songs.
pen drive and
Right.
started doing a concert. Okay,
Right.
and then it worked in Hong Kong, and then I came back, and then now pen drive become like accessories, but I want something they can keep it. So
Right.
I thought of like not just a pen drive, but then it was like a MasterCard. It was just like a, you know, debit card.
Right.
So you flip it and it becomes your pen drive.
It has the
So on top of that, I
the
can print
USB.
my lyrics. The song titles and the album art, you know.
Right.
So that's how I released my album. Yeah.
So this album, this is Kini, right? Kini is the album that
Yeah,
you...
this one is Kini. The pen drive was the Kini album.
Kini.
Yeah.
Right. And besides the marketing and besides the PR stuff, I think if we just look at the songs themselves, like they are really good songs. Let me say, like some of the songs like Chasing Ghosts, some of the songs like even Wolo, even Charades. Charades is a
also.
really nice song. Like
Yeah.
and so walk us through the writing process. Like you said, like you like to write songs that are very simple, easy to understand, for people to easy to relate. So to walk us through writing these songs for Kini.
And also because there was a drastic shift in the sound
Sound,
that you were
right,
going
right.
to. From Road to 1,000 Dreams was more was more of you crooning, was more of you like
Richard
just,
Marx.
like ballad.
Words,
It's like it had a more ballady feel to it, right?
Yeah, true.
Whereas Kini is all like it's pop. It's
Yeah.
electro pop. It has hip hop in it. It has like it's more modern. It's more like now like catered towards that. You know, the electro pop. So talk us about that. What was your thought process? Was that something that you deliberately wanted to do, or was that something because of producers and stuff like that? So
So yeah, so I always challenge myself every year. Okay, I don't compete with anybody. I compete with myself every year. I'm like, I ask myself every year, what can I do? What can I do to get better?
right.
One. Second thing is I always study the market. What is happening in the market? What is working in the market? So when Road of Thousand Dreams happened, that was 2010.
Right.
Ballad acoustic was working back,
was
the Richard Marx era. Somehow it was working in Nagaland. So then I did that. Then Kini was 2017, 16. I think EDM started catching up. 2016.
Right.
So EDM was catching up. So that's when I wrote the song, and then I approached my producer Moto. I said I needed more of an EDM mix, I wanted to mix it together, no doubt. Right. So Sherrit and all, they were the acoustic. I didn't want to lose everything,
Right.
So, but I always wanted to use EDM, but at the same time, I was trying to use acoustic, Chasing Ghosts. There's an acoustic element, suppose Mystery Gun, everywhere, Wolo, everywhere I was using acoustic because at the end of the day, I'm going to go and perform again, live concert. So I'm not going to be with the DJ. So, I need that acoustic feel, right? So I was doing that. So writing process, some songs like Wolo, I wrote it long time back. It was an old song, so I started recreating those songs. Chasing Ghosts I was going through a terrible breakup and I wrote that song. So for those who don't know, Chasing Ghosts is about you falling in love with the wrong person, she is always there in your mind, in your heart, in your thoughts, but you can never go and touch her or make her your own. So she's a ghost, literally, Okay, so that's Chasing Ghosts.
Some of the subjects on the album had to do with very real life things. Like you mentioned Mystery Ghana, and we had read that you wrote this song to encourage people to take up different jobs, not only go for
exactly.
And then you had a song Poisa, which deals with corruption and stuff. So talk to us about that also. Besides you writing love songs and stuff, you also do write very serious socially
relevant stuff.
True. I believe that we as a musician, we're not here just to entertain people, but we have a bigger role to play. We have, today you might think you're nobody, but there are some young people looking up at you, right? So how you talk, how you act, how you live your lifestyle, someone is watching you, So we have to be very careful sometimes, Sometimes with great power come great responsibility, Super Spider-Man. So I felt that I've been a responsible citizen. Since I have my followers, I have some people who does everything whatever I say, we call it the fans or supporters. So I thought I have to take up some responsibility. So that's how I try to work on social cause, issues. I pick up issues, Suppose I have songs on Mystery Ghana which talked about dignity of labor. So every parents in India or maybe Northeast want the children to be a doctor, engineer, civil servant, but no one talks about dignity of labor, whether it's big or small job, So the song says, I'm a mason, I'm just a construction worker, but I'm happy, doing what I love doing. So there's a song called Doing Right, Achipium Lani, that talks about clean election. So that time, 2018 was the election in Nagaland. So I wanted to do an awareness. So I wrote this song, and then we did a campaign telling people, don't sell your vote, choose the right leader. So that was Doing Right. Poisa is also something related with that topic. Election was coming, and you know how it is. People so easily bought, So I wanted to reach out to people, at least in my own capacity, So that's how this kind of songs, I write this kind of songs. Yeah, thanks.
Right. For a lot of people who don't know, Alobo Naga was also, I think you were the state icon for the elections, right? For the election
You were the
commission,
ambassador.
and you were also the brand ambassador for the Swachh Bharat campaign. So I mean, everyone needs to understand the kind of
Personality.
Yeah, the kind of personality you are, and also the kind of responsibility that you take through your music. And I think that's a really beautiful thing that we probably need at least one guy like that in every state. Let's face it. I mean, if we have more people like this, it'll be beautiful. It'll be a good thing for everyone, right? And so we want to move into this section where we talk about your other stuff. I know that besides music, you are also a vlogger, and I see that you put out a lot of videos and some really cool videos, and also you have a school, Musik-A.
Musik-A, right?
So talk to us about all these other things that
The other ventures besides the music.
Okay. So I am blessed to get a lot of tours and shows. I think probably I get like maybe around 100 shows every year. I do minimum 100 shows in a year. So I get to travel. So I thought, like, why not I make a vlog and show people what happens behind the scene, Right. So at the same time, I need content. So I need to put content because I want people to remember me,
Right. Yeah.
One thing, this is a technique or maybe some secret for all the musicians. Once you stop uploading content, people will forget you because there are a lot of options in the market,
Right.
You need to maybe upload one picture a day or maybe one video in a month. So you keep reminding people, oh, Alobo Naga is there, Greg is there, like let people remember you, so that next time when there's a show, there's a festival happening, okay, we're going to have it, whom do we invite? The person that pops up in your mind or in your screen is going to be the name they're going to mention, and that's how you get shows. Simple as that, okay?
True.
So that's why I keep making content so that people don't forget me, one. Second thing, at the same time, I want others to experience what I experienced, because everyone don't get this privilege, to travel and then to go around. So I want them to see the places, also at the same time experience the backstage experience, too. Now, on the other side about the school. So 2015, I guess, I was touring. I was in Hong Kong, and then something struck me then. I was never thinking about this entrepreneur thing, the school thing. And then that day, I'm like, what if I die tomorrow? What am I going to give back to my society? I just started asking myself.
Right.
Then I'm like, I think I need to go and then do something in the field of music. And there are a lot of music schools in Nagaland, no doubt. But most of the school will give you music education, but they will not teach you what to do with that music education. That's where I wanted to go and help. So that's how I came back, and 2015 I started praying. I started sharing my dreams with my parents, and then by 16 I opened my first school, and this year I opened my second branch. So I'm praying to open at least one branch maybe in 2-3 years, So I'm not only thinking of Nagaland, but I'm thinking of maybe Northeast also, or maybe if God's will, expand it outside. So as I said, there will be so many schools in Shillong, no doubt. There will be so many amazing schools in Meghalaya, but I want to be the person who will help you what to do with this education, See, we think that there's no scope in music, but then music industry itself is so big, Like performing, when you say performing, okay, besides the concert, the normal festivals that we do, there's so many hotels, there are so many restaurants, cafe that need musicians around India. Forget about international. When you talk about international, we can even think of Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand. Like, if you're a cover band, there are a lot of avenues, example.
Right.
Then besides that, there are the Becks, people working in the studio. Bombay is one big thing where I see a lot of my friends from Assam working there, When you talk about music, it's so big. The industry is so big. So I want to be there as the middle person and help the young people, the upcoming musician, what to do, what not to do. At least with my own small knowledge or experience that I have,
Right.
At least so that I can at least contribute something to our people, Yeah.
And you also released the new single from what I'm guessing will be in your new album, new EP. It's called Kiki Miele. Is that correct?
Yeah, Kikimele. So yeah, I released a single, and then a music video will be out maybe tomorrow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
We are early on this.
Yeah.
Early on this now, man.
Yeah. So yeah, Kikimele, and then there's another single coming next month called Pomegranate, My Pomegranate Girl.
Right.
So this will be the 2 singles before the album, and this time the solo album is going to be a Christian album. Okay, so it's going to be a worship album.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, coming to that.
we should hear a song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is
you're
a
in for a treat.
very,
In for a treat.
extremely exclusive
performance of a song
yeah.
that will be coming out next month, but you will hear it here for the first time.
Yes. Only on that note.
A rare version of the song.
Yeah.
Right? Only on that note. Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, with My Pomegranate Girl,
Yes.
here is Alobo Naga.
I am crazy, I am weird. I do stuff that normal guys don't do. You just laugh away with my stupidity. I care less when I'm with you. I can't be myself, so me, 'cause you make me feel complete. You do things that I love, even those little things. So if you fall, I will catch you. If you cry, I will make faces until you smile and your dimple appears. And when you're cold, I'll give you a bear hug. When you're down, I'll sing for you. And if it still fails, I do my crazy dance moves until I make you happy. My pomegranate girl. Yeah. I got no money or fancy cars. I pay my bills with my guitar. I can't afford to buy you expensive gifts, Gucci, Prada or Jimmy Choo. But I promise you, I'll always be faithful. Never will I let you down. You do things that I love, even those silly things. So if you fall, I will catch you. If you cry, I will make faces until you smile and your dimple appears. And when you're cold, I'll give you a bear hug. When you're down, I'll sing for you. And if it still fails, I'll do my crazy dance moves until I make you happy. They say we won't last, 'cause they think I'm playing with your heart. They can see what's inside my heart and how it beats for you. So if you fall, I will catch you. If you cry, I will make faces until you smile and your dimple appears. And when you're cold, I'll give you a bear hug. When you're down, I'll sing for you. And if it still fails, I'll do my crazy dance moves until I make you happy. My pomegranate girl, yeah. My pomegranate girl.
Welcome back, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Alobo Naga with My Pomegranate Girl, exclusively on that note.
On that note,
with
yeah,
Daryll
we
and
can't. I can't wait. I can't wait for this album. I've been listening to your song since the first album and Kini and you know, even this coming one is gonna be special. And you've mentioned that it's your solo project is gonna be a Christian album,
a worship album,
and I think we are lacking a lot on that right now. And it's a big thing for someone as a musician as big as yourself to take up the responsibility of putting out a Christian album. I think that's very important. So thank you for that. And also you're saying that ANTB, Alobo Naga and the band also have more music.
More music coming out.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Exciting. We're really looking forward to that.
That's like double the fun, man.
Yeah, that's double the fun for us, double the treat to us. All right, so let's move on to the segment where we do a rapid fire with you. I think there's no such show without a rapid fire.
Right. If you're a talk show, you have to have a rapid fire of some sort, right?
Yeah. So we'll just ask
you guys are going to be the Karan Johar, right?
We won't send you any gift hampers or anything.
Yeah.
We won't send you gift hampers.
Okay.
All right. So we'll shoot
shoot.
a bunch of questions at you and you can just shoot out your answers. All right.
Ready?
So
in
here's
5 seconds, you have to answer. You have to give your answer within 5 seconds. Are you ready?
All
right. First question.
I'll try my best, yes.
First question. Who's your favorite artist to listen to?
Ed Sheeran.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Second question. What's the best venue you've played at?
Kenya. Yeah, Kenya.
Nice. All right. Third question. What's your favorite song to play live?
Play live. There are a lot of songs, but one song I mean that's one of my favorite songs. When I was here, man, Bruno Mars. One of the cover songs. If I'm doing cover song, and then you might sound cheesy, but I always go so deep that sometimes I cry when I'm singing that song. Yeah.
Right. What about yours? What is one of your favorite songs to play live?
So there's a song called Comes to Julo. Okay, so that song, I mean, I've been so blessed. Everywhere I go, people request that song. So especially in Nagaland. So whenever I sing that, I mean, I find joy because half of the song the crowd are singing all the time. So nothing, it, right? Like when people sing your song, nothing better than that moment. Yeah.
True. All right. Fifth question. What is your favorite artist from Nagaland?
From Nagaland, I like Polar Lights. I like Abdon Mitch. I like V-Ray. There are a lot of good artists here.
Nice.
All right. Last question. If you weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
Simple. I'll be a chef.
Nice. He's got it all figured out.
He's got it all figured out, man. I think this is why you are where you are at, my friend.
Yeah. You just know what you have to say, what you're doing. That's so nice. That's so cool. Yeah. All right. That was rapid fire with Alobo Naga. Right. This is another segment. On this segment, it's pretty simple. This segment is called Record of the Week. So we want you to tell us your favorite album.
Like one album
that has influenced.
Yeah.
When I was young, I was when I was in college, especially, you guys might find it weird, but I was so influenced by Eminem. Okay.
Nice.
The Red Slim Shady album, that EP, Marshall Matters.
Right.
So that album was like boom, and then I don't know, many people don't know, but I started as a rapper in those days. I was when I rap those days, people used to, even my parents my dad is like, pagal ho gaya, what are you doing? Like rap was such a new culture then,
Right.
And I was listening, like everyone's listening Bon Jovi, like they're listening all those, and I'm listening like Tupac Shakur, and like all of Nas, and I'm listening P Diddy, and the people are like, what is wrong with this guy? And so during the college, I was always rapping Eminem. So Eminem was when I started,
right,
Real Slim Shady, Without Me, those kind of songs I used to rap. So and that was the time when people started appreciating also at the same time,
That took me by surprise, by the way.
I didn't expect like Marshall Mathers LP whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, that just goes to show you that music, it doesn't really doesn't really matter, man. What's good will always be good. What's not won't be.
Yep.
So before we leave, we'd like to give you the floor. Anything you have coming up, new music, new ventures, what you want to say to the people, the floor is yours, my friend. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, both of you, for inviting me. I am so honored to be part of this, And yeah, thanks for giving me a platform to share, also. And as I said, I just have a message for all the, amazing talented artists, especially from northeast of India. Uh, See, we always complain that we don't get platform. We always complain like, oh, the media don't give us attention. We have been doing that since the 70s, 80s, till today. But we are in a blessed generation right now with this internet. Billie Eilish can write song inside her bedroom and win Grammys.
Yeah.
So I think we should get an inspiration from that. Wherever you are, as long as the content is good, as long as you know how to market it, as long as you know how to promote yourself, you're gonna make it. One. Two is you are nobody, I am nobody, so no one is gonna come and promote me. So I have to promote myself. You have to promote yourself. So don't wait for somebody. We always like, so what I want you to do us to do is like festival people. We should be the right people writing to the organizers, not the way around. We always wait for opportunities. That's when we lose opportunities,
Right.
So we should be the one going rapping, even though we don't get it, at least we tried, So make the most out of it, make use of internet, And last thing, if you want to upload something on social media, make sure that's the best. Once it's gone, it's gone, Until unless you think that's your best, don't ever upload anything. That's it. Polish, practice, polish. And if you think that's the best craft that you can come out with, then you upload that on internet, So internet, as I said, internet is a big market,
Right.
And yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
man.
much. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
On that note, this was On That Note with Daryll and Greg and Alobo
Alobo
Naga.
Naga.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been a huge privilege. We wish you all the best with everything that you have forward with your album, with your solo career, with your music school, with selling karaoke machines. Like, we wish you the best with everything.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks. Thanks, Alobo.